time. And let me quickly introduce myself. I am Shruti Bijawat, and I have been into this teaching industry. I have worked as associate professor since past 12 years. I have also been working as data scientist and data science trainer since past 3 years. I have been taking sessions of students and professionals in the field of data science and machine learning. Okay, and today, for what topic we are meeting is linear regression, and we'll not be taking a linear regression like other people do or how you find it on your websites or something. We'll be seeing all the mathematical part. Okay, believe me, if you are a machine learning enthusiast, if you really want to learn something, the best part is you go towards its math. There was a meme on LinkedIn, I suppose, which I was seeing that over there somebody said that if someone asks, how you will learn machine learning without learning its maths, you just answer them that it is same like how you drive a car without knowing how the engine works. Believe me, it is just a bullshit. Okay, you cannot, maybe you may be a good driver, but you will be a very good driver only when you know how the internals of your car works. So at least I am a thorough believer onto this, that if you really want to learn machine learning or data science, please understand the mathematics behind it. This is the way you learn the concepts. After this, you can, any of the algorithms becomes very easy, because it is not about on which language you're working. Maybe today is Python, tomorrow it will be something else, but the mathematics remains same. The mathematics was exactly same 10 years past, and now it will be like after 10 years also the mathematics will change. Mathematics will be same, but the language may change. Okay, so don't focus on that you want to learn on R, you want to start with Python or something. Just understand the mathematics and you go long run, believe me. Fine. So that is enough of me. Let's start the session. I'm sharing my screen, and I hope everyone is carrying copy and pen. Okay, that is something which I really require from you side. If you can have it, that would be great, so that you can note down the concepts. Fine. So I will not focus much on machine learning, but I will just quickly start with what machine learning is, and then we will move on to today's topic, that is simple linear regression, multiple linear regression, and so on. So machine learning is nothing but where we try to make our machine learn or try to make decisions same like humans do. It is, I think, the simplest definition of data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning can be that we are trying to make such kind of softwares, we are trying to make such kind of algorithms, we are trying to train our machines so that they can make decisions as same way the humans are doing, but using data and lots of data. If you do not have data, data science contains data itself, so there has to be data. If you have data, you can just become data science. Just try to manipulate, learn linear algebra, learn statistics, and learn some of the coding, and there you are. Okay, so we say that machine learning is my supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning. So for unsupervised machine learning, we'll be talking some Adidre. Today we are just met for linear regression and focus really on linear regression only. So we see supervised machine learning. Supervised machine learning can further be divided into two parts. We say regression techniques and classification techniques. Fine. Now, supervised machine learning, as it is, the word is there, supervised, it means there is something which need to be supervised. Okay, so I'll just give you an example. Let's say that I want to find the price of a flat. Okay, so I have area of the flat, how many bedrooms a flat has, let's say what is the location of that particular flat, and the price. Okay. So what is my problem statement? My problem statement is that I want to find price. I want to find this. Okay. I have some historic data. Let's say I have 10,000 historic data, which is saved in the form of some Excel sheet or something. So I have area of a flat. I have how many number of bedrooms are there, what is the locality of that flat, and the corresponding prices for that. Now, if we talk about price, price is something, a continuous value. What is continuous? Let's say price could be 5 lakh, or it could be 6 lakh, I'm just taking some hypothetical values. Okay, it could be 7.5 lakhs, it could be 8 lakhs, it could be 10 lakhs and something. So this is something, a continuous value. What do we mean by continuous value? Any value which lies between minus infinity to plus infinity. This is a continuous value. Right? So what are we doing? We are just trying to find the price based on to area, bedrooms, and location. So we can make a function like y is equals to fx. So where what is x? X are all my features. All this thing, no, area, bedroom, and location. They are known as features, and y is known as my target or output. So, over here, price is my target or output. I just want to find area, bedrooms, and location. These things are given, and I just want to find price. I have historic data of 10,000 such flats. Now, suppose something new comes. I'm a new person comes. That is my 10,001 entry. He has the area. He has the number of bedrooms and location. Now they ask me, come on, given all these things, you tell me what will be the price. So first we will create a model based on to all these things. And now once the model has been created, that is you have trained your machine, you have trained your software, you have trained your algorithm. Once the 10,001 entry comes where area, bedrooms and location is given, you will be able to predict the price. Okay. So this is what any machine learning algorithm does. This is how any of the machine learning algorithm does. It just try to predict the price. In supervised machine learning, both features and output are given. Okay, so here my target value is also given and my features are also given. Such kind of problem statements, they comes under the category of supervised machine learning. Now we have seen that supervised is divided into regression and classification. So how to decide that you need to go towards the regression and you need to go towards classification? If your output is in the form of continuous value, then we follow regression methods. It means if my output or target is continuous, I will follow regression. So it means in this example, let's say these things are given. I want to find price. Price is a continuous value. It can have value between minus infinity to plus infinity. So that is why we are saying that it is a continuous value. So we will follow which technique? Regression technique. Now let's take some another example. Let's say there is a bank application where we are taking age of a person, what is the profession of a person, what his monthly income, and loan. That is, we should give him loan, yes, or we should do not give him loan. So my output is either yes or no. So what is my set of output? It is either yes or no. It is unlike the continuous value, which could be between minus infinity and infinity. Okay, it is not like this. It is either having yes or no, or it could have 0 or 1, where 0 depicts no, the loan should not be given, and 1 depicts yes, the loan could be given. Another example could be I have suppose one diabetic patient. Now I have all the medical history of that diabetic patient. What is the age of the patient? Does he has any family history of such diabetes? What is blood pressure and so on? The certain features, and then we are saying that the person has diabetes. So 0 means no, the person do not has diabetes, and 1 means the person has diabetes. So we can have multiple zeros and ones. So here you can see that what is my output? My output can be either 0 or it could be 1. So if we have discrete values in my output, then we say that we go towards classification algorithm. Otherwise, if my output has continuous value, I will go towards regression. So now, what are we doing today? In machine learning, we have seen supervised and unsupervised. We are seeing supervised as regression and classification. We will be focusing on regression, and in regression techniques, we will be focusing on linear regression. Today, I'll make sure that you will learn such concepts of linear regression, maybe which you have not seen earlier. You have been dealing with linear regression since long, I know, some of you who have been learning machine learning algorithms and something, but definitely today when you will be seeing whatever we have learned after this session, I will make sure that you have something new in your bag. Okay, let's talk about simple linear regression. It is generally the first algorithm, first machine learning algorithm, wherever you learn your this particular course of data science or machine learning from. The first algorithm which the people take is simple linear regression. Believe me, it is easy to complete a simple linear regression in 1 hour, and it may take like 6 hours also to complete simple linear regression. Fine. So simple linear regression is given as a function or mathematical function of y is equals to fx, where y is known as my dependent variable and f of x is known as independent variable or IV. These are the common notations which are used. Since I started with simple linear regression, in simple linear regression, we have only one independent variable. Okay, now we'll see how multiple independent variable can be taken. But over here in simple linear regression, we have only one independent variable, and it is also known as feature or attribute. Okay, and dependent variable is also known as target or outcome. So we have written y is equals to fx. It means we will try to find y based on to this function f of x. Now, simple linear regression can also be shown with one line as beta 0 plus beta 1x. Now, this is nothing new, but just remember your high school concepts. We have been seeing this when we just started with the concept of linear regression. Y is equals to mx plus c. Now, what is y is equals to mx plus c? Y is equals to mx plus c is the equation of straight line. Now we will see one by one these topics. Okay. So what is m? M is nothing by slope. What is slope? Slope is that for a unit increase in delta x, how much delta y increases. So what is m? M is slope, which tells me that for a unit increase in delta x, how much delta y will increase, and vice versa, that is for a unit decrease in delta x, how much delta y will decrease. So this is nothing but this is m. Now coming on to what is c. C is this, c is intercept, this is c. What is c? C is intercept, that is the point at which this linear regression line cuts my y-axis. Okay, that is a slope. This is a simple equation of a simple linear regression equation. Now, my regression can also have multiple values. So, multiple linear regression. So, multiple linear regression equation can be written as y is equals to beta 0 plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2. Can anyone tell me this is the equation of what? Where I have two features, x1 and x2. This is equation of what? We have taken from one, we have increased from one feature to two features. This is an equation of a 2D plane. This is two-dimensional plane equation, where this is my x2, sorry, let's say this is my x1 and this is my x2. This is a plane and not a line. Got it? Now, if I increase it more, if I increase more features, beta 0 plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 plus beta 3 x3 and so on. Now this becomes multi-dimensional. You cannot plot it anywhere. It cannot be plotted on a two-dimensional figure. But what we have seen just now, if you have only one feature, and why people always say that It is just a single straight line which we are making, because whenever people teach simple linear regression, initially they only take one feature. So plotting one independent variable and one dependent variable, you will always have a straight line. Okay. People do not, whoever is teaching, whoever the trainer, I have also done that we never make these kind of planes. Okay, that is why everyone knows that every time a straight line is made. No, but as soon as the feature increases, it is not like you can always draw a straight line. A straight line can only be drawn when you have one dependent variable and one independent variable. Fine. Now let's move forward with assumptions. Okay, there are certain more assumptions in when we deal with linear regression, but for now we will just see one major assumption of linear regression, which you should also note it down, which is very important. Like, is a data is given to me, any kind of data, and I just see that, okay, I want to apply a machine learning algorithm. Then I will see, fine, since the features are given, output is given, I want to apply regression technique. Now in regression technique, since I'm very good in linear regression, chalo to let me apply linear regression. No, first you need to see that is that data is really like where you can apply linear regression, or you should go with some other algorithm, like you should go with decision trees, you should go with support vector machines or something. So how you will decide that? The thing is that the relationship between dependent and independent variable is linear. Okay, this is a must condition. If you do not have this kind of thing, you cannot apply linear regression. Otherwise, what will happen? Maybe your data set is good, you have applied lots of pre-processing, you did everything which you could, but your accuracy will be very low. Why? Because you just started working on the data without seeing this linearity. Okay, so you should make sure that the relationship between your dependent variable and all the independent variable has to be linear. Okay, can any one of you tell me how you can check this? There are various other methods. Can any one of you tell me a very basic thing? And let me give you a hint, it is a visualization technique. Any visualization method to check that there is a linear relationship or not? EDA? Okay, Tripti. One visualization technique to find that the relationship is linear. How? So suppose, let's take, I have price and I have area. Right? If we are able to plot something like this, okay, so it shows me a linear relationship. It shows me that if I try to make a line somewhere, I will be able to make these lines. This is linear. Okay. Similarly, if we have something like this, then also shows that it is a linear relationship. If you have something like this, suppose when you draw a scatter plot and you get something like this, okay, so here you can see the relationship is not linear, you're having something like this. So if your scatter plots are coming like this, please do not apply linear regression to it. Come on, is this concept clear to everyone?